Hello, this is Joseph James from Roller Coaster Junkies, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Apollo's Chariot, the B&M Hypercoaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg in Virginia. So this is a coaster that is 175 feet tall with a drop of 210 feet and a top speed of around 70 miles per hour. And this ride is known for being one of the more forceless B&M hypers, but I certainly disagree. This is one of the few B&Ms that pulls at least 4 Gs. This is pretty cool because Kumba only pulls 3.5, and that is one of the most intense roller coasters on the planet. And this coaster is certainly an intense ride too. The airtime might not be the intense part of the ride, but certainly there's a lot of good vertical G-forces on this ride. I think some of the main highlights of this ride are towards the end. The last few airtime hills after the mid-course brake run are certainly good highlights of the ride, mainly because the airtime is so strong towards the end of the ride. It is borderline ejector airtime, and the rest of the ride actually has some pretty strong floater airtime too. So I don't know why people say this ride doesn't have airtime. And I think that's from people riding this ride a couple of years ago. Now, a couple of years ago, I will say that this ride has not been running to its fullest, and it's kind of gained a reputation of being one of the more rattly B&Ms, and it's not really too fun of a ride. But that has certainly changed in the past 2 years, and I'm talking about current time right now, guys. This is a great ride at this time, and it's running great. It's probably, I wouldn't say it's running the best out of the coasters. I would say Invader is currently running the best, but that's mainly because it's brand new. But this is a really good ride, guys, and it's 18 years old now. Next year will be 19. It's running great, and I will say it's an intense ride. You get great airtime on it, and I'm going to talk a little about the smoothness of this ride too, and where you should sit. So I'm going to get started with that right now. The smoothness of this ride, I've heard people say it's one of the rougher B&Ms. I don't know how people say it's rough. I think it's more of a shaky ride, and I think Busch Gardens Williamsburg has a problem with their B&Ms being a bit shaky. Busch Gardens Williamsburg's maintenance crew is one of the better maintenance crews in the amusement industry, but their B&Ms typically have a rattle. Griffin's started to gain a rattle. Alpengeist probably has the worst rattle in any B&M. And Apollo Chariot has that B&M rattle. And I will say that the rattle hasn't been too bad this year, but it was really bad last year. I would say it was kind of as bad as Alpengeist's shakiness and rattling. And Griffin sort of gained, so this year they did a good job of fixing that, and good job for Busch Gardens Williamsburg for doing that. And as you can see, you're watching a mounted POV filmed by Busch Gardens Williamsburg, mainly because I could not find my filmed POV of this ride. For some reason, it had gotten deleted. For some reason, I don't know how that even happened, but it got deleted, so too bad. You're just going to watch this mountain POV. But yeah, I'm going to try and get another POV of this next year because it's currently not operating. Sadly, it's not operating during Christmas Town because of the temperatures, and it's sort of off season for maintenance and stuff like that. So, next time I get to ride this, I will certainly tell you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. Just so go follow our Twitter, Facebook, all of that good social media stuff. I do have a personal Snapchat, and that's mainly for my close friends in the amusement industry and at school. So if you want to get in contact with me, mainly just DM us on Instagram. That's the best way to get in contact with us. That's easily the quickest way we'll get in contact with you. So for the score of this ride, I'm going to be giving it an 8.5 out of 10. It's certainly not a perfect ride, but I will say it's not one of the best hypers, but I will not say it's one of the worst hypers. It's certainly a really good ride, and if you get the chance to ride it, I totally recommend you ride it. And thank you for watching, guys. It's been Joe from Roller Coaster Junkies, and please go check out our other videos and hit that red subscribe button.